Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Saz. It's nice video. I really wanted to play with the palette. It's been out for a little while, but I wanted to use the more neutral size of it because since I used it the first time, I haven't actually gotten around to using it again, and I really want to use it again because it's incredible. And the first time I did use it, I used the colourful sides of the palette. Of course, it's going to be the Arttitude Cosmetics Maneater Untamed palette. This is incredible. This is a £20 palette, a small indie brand in the UK, and this palette was only £27.99, but there are some discount codes floating around. We are all primed up, and let's get into the nudies of this. That sounds really wrong. They're kind of like pinky nudes, and I'm kind of living for that at the moment. So yeah, we're going to go into the shade Feline first, which is like a nice pink sort of shade, and I'm using a P. Louise F17. I think it's meant to be a face brush, but I actually quite like it as an eye brush because it's quite. I'm just going to run this through my crease. That is actually stunning. There wasn't much on there, and there's quite a lot of pigment already. This palette is absolutely wonderful. I really like it. That is really pretty. This is what we're looking at so far. Next, I'm going to dip into, I don't know. I'm going to dip into Hunter. This is the thing, I never really know where I'm going to go with the palettes. I'm just using a little brush from Unicorn Cosmetics. I'm just going to start popping that in the outer corner. Probably should have used a bit of a bigger brush for this, but that is actually a really pretty shade. I wasn't sure if it was going to be too orange on the lid, but it's kind of like a brick orange, almost a brown sort of colour. So I do feel like it's going to go okay. There isn't any browns apart from one, which is a dark brown. But other than that, there isn't really many neutral colours, which is fine because obviously it is more a tigery palette, isn't it? It's jungle themed, so but this is looking really nice, and it's going into the pink that I did have down first. So I'm going to go back in with that pink and going to add a little bit more and just build this bit up like this. I'm actually really impressed with these shades. I haven't dipped into it for a while just because I have been doing a lot more neutrally kind of looks. I've had a bit of a creativity block and I've not been very well, and I wanted to just use a palette that I know that will work fine and I'll be able to use it. So yeah, I'm liking this. It's going to be a very neutral look, so it's some lip oil on because I'm sat here wondering why my lips are so dry, and it's because I haven't done my lip oil yet. I always put lip oil on before I do makeup, and I forgot to do this sort of little flat brush because it's quite hard. And then you can dip into the shade Beast, which is the dark brown, and I'm just going to pop it sort of along the waterline, lash line even, and just sort of not really do a wing, but do that and then go in with the brush I used and I'm just sort of trying to deepen the outer corner without doing too much and making it into like a massive wing, although I have already made it into a wing, but that's fine. So I'm going to dip into the shade Kingdom, which is a shimmer. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the reflex in that? It's like, oh, stunning. That is an absolutely gorgeous shade. Let me see, because there's reflex in this. Can you just sort of see the reflex in that? Can you see that? That is brush. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to dip into Hunter and a tiny bit into Beast and just tap, just to blend the shimmer in. I'm going to actually add a wing. I'm going to use this one and then use a tiny bit of Beast and then a tiny bit of Wanted, which is the black, because the black is so pigmented. I'm just going to create a really fragile small wing. See if the tiny wing actually worked as a tiny wing. It did. It's very small, you can't really see it, but I like it. And I just sort of tried to blend it in at the front instead of going all the way base, and then we'll come back and we'll try and add some lashes. Let's finish up the eyes. So this is currently what my face is looking like. We're going to do some lashes as well. So I'm going to take the brush that I used for the wing. I'm just going to brush it off so I can use the brown. So I'm going to take the brown, dark brown, that's right up into the lash line. Which, just to give it a bit of depth. And then I'm going to go in with Hunter on the same brush. I don't want to do too much under here. Need a little something. And then I'm going to go in with Feline, which is the first shade I used. Like so, and then I'm going to get this one here and brush it off so there's no shadow, and then just blend that like so. And now let's try lashes. So this is the finished look with this palette by Arttitude Cosmetics, Maneater Untamed, the more neutral, natural side of it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you think it looks nice? Do you want me to again play with the colours? Because I can do that. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's just a really nice, natural day-to-day look. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you tried this palette? If you tried Arttitude Cosmetics at all? If you haven't, why haven't you tried them? They're incredible. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you next one. Bye!